And we rolling. What up, YouTube? It's your boy, Mr. Get in there, checking in on quick up. Well, not a quick. I'm gonna stop saying that. It's just a habit. Checking in on the update, man. And getting their customers, man. Getting their lab. What I got for y'all today is let me see. Maybe I might better prop the phone up. I need to get my I need to pull out my forgot what it's called. Prop the phone up. But anyway. Bought one on Black Friday, and I got another one. I need to bring that over here. But check in on the update with y'all. What we're gonna talk about today is these eBay. Focus. We're gonna talk about these eBay coilovers, baby. I'm missing the shot. I need to explain to y'all this. Hold that button, YouTube. All right, YouTube, I'm back. Maybe I edit that out. Maybe I won't. Who knows? Anywho. All right, YouTube, we got this longer shock and we got a shorter shock. If you catch this point here, these two, and measure it, and what you can see, it's one longer than the other. If you install coilovers before, if you install regular shocks, you know the back is longer than the front. This might be your first go around. That's why you got your boy get in there to lace you up. Here we go again. So if you buy the complete kit front and rear, you would get two shocks, the front and the back. The back shocks is longer than the front. So whatever one you want to start with first, I guess we'll start with the front, the rear shocks. Since I got that one put together, I had the front put together, I kind of took it loose. All right, this is what we got. All right, what we got here is, let me break it down first, YouTube, because this might get confusing some people. It was kind of confusing me. I was ready to flip the whole table over, like, F this crap, man. So, all right, YouTube. Notification off the screen. Okay. Took me a minute to figure it out. I had to use common sense, and I had to reference to some eBay pictures. Chinese. With the camera over here. Oh, making me look cross-eyed. Chinese eBay coilovers, man. It's eBay coilovers, Chinese coilovers, no-name coilovers, whatever the F you want to call it. That's what it is. All right. The previous video, I don't know if y'all remember, I showed that it get installed like this, and I was saying how this this bevel of this ring, of this tube, can jump over the snap ring here. That is wrong. I kept looking at this, looking at it. Reference on not YouTube, but eBay picture. I understand it was just displays. They had it wrong in a few displays. So I got to looking, and so you got a groove here that fits in that snap ring like that, like so. So you want to make sure you got this like that. Then it took me a minute to figure out. Which side goes in the spring. This bevel side or this side. What made me figure it out was when I put it on the spring, it was tight. When I did it the other way, the spring didn't quite fit in the pocket. So you want the spring to set on this right here, on this cone shape, whatever you want to call it, man. I don't know. But we're gonna put that down on the snap ring like so. You're gonna get some of these in the pack. 2, 4, let me see, 2, 4, 6, 8. Should be 8 of these. They all the same. I checked some of them in the pack. They all the same. the 5.4, 5.6 that I looked at, they all the same. So now I got to stop and go to AutoZone to get Loctite. You know, I mean, I don't see it unscrewing off, being that it bolts to the bottom here and it bolts to the top here. And I mean, the whole shot can spin, but I'm gonna go get some Loctite. They gonna owe me $5. I'm gonna go get a little small tube and put 1 or 2 drops. So you're gonna screw this on here like this here. This is the real installation of Chinese eBay coilovers, no effing name brand coilovers, whatever you want freaking call it. Unbranded, whatever you want to call it. All right. So now we'll put the spring on like that. And this is another, so you have a lock nut here. Make sure you screw that lock nut all the way down. Let me see if the camera will pick that up. Make sure you screw that lock nut all the way down there. And what is this? Okay. So now we got this like this. And it's not quite gonna poke up through the top. This one, you take this one. It's not even reaching. I must have pushed the shaft down or something. Make sure your shaft all the way up. Oh, no, see, I unscrewed it up. Make sure this all the way down. Now, the only part I see, the problem is how the heck you screw it up. So, I don't know if you use a monkey wrench, pair of pliers. We'll get to that later. On Viking and UMI coilovers, you always want to use some anti-seize. You always want to put anti-seize on here. And I put a lot of anti-seize with a spring seat at. So we're gonna put this cone on here. It's pretty much almost UMI Viking use this same, similar. Might be the same, I don't know. But this top piece, just gonna screw on there like this. Hold on, YouTube. All right, I got it started. Hold on, let me flip y'all around. Hold it. All right, fade it back. We got right through there. You're gonna screw it down, and you're just gonna screw that on there, and it's gonna start closing in. Focus. Kind of hard one hand. And then you're gonna want to put your wrench in there. I think this is look like about a 9/16. It might be a little bigger. It might be a 5/8. I have to see. Get your wrench in there and turn that lock nut, that jam nut. That's pretty much a jam nut. And jam it, and that's it. And you gotta stick the sleeves in it. Same concept. What if you're using Viking or UMI, you gotta stick the little sleeves in, like so. And the bracket, the rear bracket, it's pretty much just like UMI bracket. They pretty much copy UMI bracket. They pretty much, I don't care what they said, I don't care what they think, that's what they did. So the bracket, once when I take this bolt off, the bracket's gonna go on like that. And I'll fade back to y'all when I get this off and get one side lined up. Of course, you know we're using the Speedway factory upgrade arms. These arms are a lot more beefier. They look like stock arms, but they're a lot more beefier. Maybe I should take my gauge and measure the metal. I'm not gonna let y'all know what size, but it's not that much beefier, but it is beefier. I mean, if you're just looking for upgrade, this is what you want. I mean, by the time you take your stock arms off, press the bushing in, press new bushings, clean them up to paint them, and etc. You can just go and buy these think up and lower about 300 bucks. If you would just buy bushings and press them in your original ones, that's probably about 100 bucks or so. So I mean, you be the decision maker on that. And I'll fade back later on the front coilover assembly. The front coilover assembly. So I guess I'll call this video on how to assemble eBay shocks. I guess it might be a part 2 or part 3 to this eBay coilover setup. I'm gonna have to figure out how you screw up the knuckle. It looks like a pair of pliers. It looks like a pair of good old-fashioned pair of pliers. But what I'm gonna probably do is probably see if I could. I don't know, but I'll fade back YouTube over and out. Hey YouTube, what I wanted to add was this is the pack to the lower bolts to the lower control arm. Now the longer bolts that comes with the kit are not metric, so you either have to get you some metric bolts or drill out the hole on the ring for the lower control arm. Now it's 2 bolts for each bracket. One bolt that goes to the lower control arm. That bolt is, like I said, it's too big because it's not metric. And the second bolt is it's just a little short bolt with a shock bolt go through. That bolt work. So I use UMI metric bolts on this, so I didn't have no problem. I didn't have to drill it out, but just wanted to let you guys know. All right, and we rolling. What up, YouTube? Your boy, Mr. Getting there, checking in on a quick update, man, on the eBay Chinese unbranded coilovers, whatever you want to call it. Man, I've been standing up all day, man. Whew, I need to take a seat, man. Oh man, here we go. Where do I start? Like I said in the previous clip, the copy the UMI bracket, the upper bracket, just I forgot what that bracket called. It's just the style of bracket, but pretty much like UMI. But what UMI does is they give that bracket for the hook to the coilover, and they also give like a, on my hand at, they also give like a 1/4 inch bracket, so you could double stack it, I guess, for the, so you make sure you don't bend the metal, bend the thin frame up there. Only thing, it seemed like it turned pretty easy. I was using pliers. I got not coilers, I'm sorry. I got anti-seize in there. They seemed like they were spinning pretty good. They don't come with a spanner wrench. I don't think they even have a spanner wrench to go with it, because the way it's designed, I don't see how a spanner wrench would get in it unless the spanner wrench is made like some channel locks, you know, kind of like an open channel lock. And that's the only way I could see, but no channel lock, not channel locks, no spanner wrench in the pack. So I'll probably just get some big pliers and spin it on up. I don't know how far I'm gonna have to spin them up, because he got 22s going on the back, 20s going on the front, so I don't know how good I'm gonna get the stance without mini tub. I don't know if he's gonna be able to get it totally level. It might be kind of like that a little bit. I think that might be kind of the look he's going for anyway, but I mean, I haven't took the car for the block yet. I probably will sneak it for the block. Find a review on how they feel. I mean, a couple guys on Instagram saying they wasn't feeling it from the unboxing, but I mean, they okay. I mean, for the budget guys, I think they're okay. I mean, if you running full UMI suspension, I wouldn't suggest this. I mean, you done already spent $3 grand on suspension. You might as well go ahead and go all the way. So, I mean, it's kind of like one of those things. What else? I'll do a separate video for the front. Break this video up so it don't be so long. Speedway uppers and lowers. At the time, he didn't have the 22 wheels, so I should have went adjustable uppers, you know, to kind of adjust the pinion, but he didn't have the wheels at first. When we ordered this stuff, he didn't know he was getting the wheels, the 22-inch wheels. So we'll see how that go. I mean, we'll see how it go. That's the bracket. I mean, there wasn't nothing really else to say. I mean, it wasn't complicated. I mean, it was a puzzle to figure out, but it wasn't bad. I put some Loctite here. I talked about that in the previous video. It isn't much thread that this bottom piece catches. Probably on about that much thread. Then on the top, there's not much thread that the top catches. I mean, you're talking about something that's going up and down. I mean, it's not going side to side. So, I mean, only time will tell. I looked on eBay at some front ones. I don't know which car it was, A bodies. I don't think they have them for B bodies. I've seen a couple guys on Instagram asking about B bodies. They had a shitload of them sold, so I mean, they gotta be okay, I guess. And I mean, if they sold that many, it'd be all over the internet, you know, videos saying these pieces of shits don't buy, blah blah blah, like you see it every other cheap Chinese unbranded item off of eBay. So I mean, and just like how can I make a comparison? eBay turbos. A lot of people don't like them. Got some of the fastest cars in the world. 8-second, 6-second cars on the eBay Chinese turbo, off-brand turbo. I mean, so do they last long as a barn warner? No. Will they get the job done for a little while, a couple years, put some miles on it? Yes. The turbo build that the Apprentice did, that motor might have had 5 hours runtime and the turbo had burnt up. Like it didn't burn up. The seals was leaking. That was a VS Racing turbo. But you get a 50 other guys that had their VS Racing turbo for 5 years, haven't had no problem. So I mean, I guess it's just one of them things. YouTube, if you want to take a crap shot, I mean, I'm gonna take it for the blog. I gotta do the rear disc brakes. I'm gonna take it for the blog, see how it ride. I seen one guy say he's ride stiff. I mean, of course it's gonna ride stiff if you got 350 springs on the rear. I have to go back on eBay to see what other springs they offer. What other size springs they offer, but of course they're gonna be stiff. You got a 350 spring. I wouldn't suggest no more than like if you got a speaker box and a lot of junk in the trunk, I suggest more like a 200, you know, but 350, yeah, that's gonna be stiff. So, a couple spots I couldn't get with the gun, so I'm gonna just mix some up and brush this on top. I couldn't get there with the gun. What else? I mean, I don't have a big complaint about it so far, YouTube. So just stay locked with me. And I install the front and give you a little more feedback on how to put the front together. And just like, I don't know if you ever installed QA1 or UMI for the the original shock bolts are 1/2 inch. The bolts that come in the kit is 9/16. So you have to drill the 2 shock bolts out up at the top. But that's standard, just like for UMI, I mean not UMI, QA1, Viking, I don't know how to pronounce them, Armand, whatever, American, same concept. So nothing pretty much different on the install as far as the brackets, because like I say, they covered the brackets. And what else, YouTube? I think that's it, YouTube. I fade back on the next one. I get the front done and I fade back on the next one, over and out.